Hi, everybody. This is Mrs. Maury. I'm so glad to see you. You've been doing such good work. And so I wanted to show you what the new assignment is for BrainPOP, which is about infinitives. And so what I'm going to have you do is please log into BrainPOP. And remember, your password is Morse Pond School. And your password is student, and then you'll click login, and I'm going to give you a tour of the infinitives lesson. How are you doing? Okay, here we go. So the infinitives lesson is just like the other lessons in BrainPOP. So you're going to go to level 3, unit 4. You're going to click on the infinitives. This is such a fun lesson. This is about probability. And so what probability is the chance that something will happen. So this is actually a math lesson involving gumballs. So you'll see right here that that Ben and Moby talk about what the chance is that or probability or chance that they'll be able to get a certain color gumball in the gumball machine. So again, you're going to watch those 3 movies. 1, 2, 3. You'll click the closed captioning. And the most important movie of the 3, the vocabulary is important because there's many math vocabulary words that we're going to look at. And you're also going, and then you're also going to look at the grammar. The grammar is about infinitives, and I'm going to show you what that means. When you're done watching those 3 movies, you're going to come down and you're going to look at the grammar summary. I'm going to walk you through the grammar summary. You'll click on grammar summary. Infinitives in English are using the to plus of the verb in its base form. So here are some examples. You could say something like, I want you to tell you something. It is important to read at the letter very carefully. He's too young to cross the road. So this to, to plus cross, which is our action verb, is the most important part of that sentence that tells us that that infinitive of a sentence. So I'm going to give you some examples down here. So our example is our verb is agree, and our sentence is they agreed to come early in the morning. Appear means to show up. It appears to be ready. Convince again is when you're trying to tell someone to do something, and you're going to be doing some convincing in this lesson involving I'll tell you in a minute about that. She convinced me to call and apologize. So again, that tell me to, convince me to. Fail. He failed to arrive. Fail means to not pass. So he did not arrive on time. He failed to. Hope. I hope that you're going to say, I hope to see you tomorrow. Plan. We are planning to be there early. Remind. Please remind me to bring your books. My mom told me to eat my vegetables. I want to know what happened, and I would tell you to this. I would like to tell you a story. Now, the negatives is just not. So you promised not to be late to the party. Oh, fun. I always love a party. Okay. Second part of the lesson, this infinitives lesson is again when we're saying, go back up to the top, is saying to plus the verb. That's the infinitive, and this is how you use it in English. You can also say too, which means like too much or too many. And you could say that with it is hard for me to explain. It's too hard for me to explain. We're too late to catch an early train. You're old enough to do it on yourself. She's fast enough to enter, but it's too much or too hard or too old to drive a car, or too young to drive a car. Picasso didn't have enough money to buy his own paintings. Okay. Sometimes, we could also say to have. So it's important to study. Our wish is to succeed. It was a good decision to be a teacher. So that's the whole lesson. Infinitives is just using that to form of the verb. To plus the verb. I think you're going to do a great job on this lesson. So now let's go back to the lesson, and I'll give you a very quick tour. I'm going to have you do the same thing as before. I'm going to have you Look at the flash words. The flash words are the vocabulary words, which are those new words that you're going to be working on this week. So these are some of the words this week that I want you to learn. So you're going to learn math words to learn about probability. And so add, which you likely know. Also addition, which is the noun form, you'll know. Chance. And coin, you'll know. Convince, again, which is again that verb of trying to tell get someone to do something. Fraction is a part of a whole. Gum, we know what gum.
Fraction.
Gum is improve. And then increase and decrease. Increase means to go up. Decrease means to go down. Likely means how much
decrease.
It's going to happen. Percent was the out of 100. Probability is how likely is something that it's going to happen. We know the word same. Which is like equal. Subtract. And total, which is what you had when you add two different numbers together, you get the total. And so if we click on that one, it's going to show you the total. 15 plus 5, 20 is the total. Okay, so as now we go through, we're going to do a word play game. You're going to play the game about foreign infinitives. You'll do the practice and you'll do the reading. The reading is important because you have to read the story, the fictional story about Mowgli and the probability of these of the gumball being chosen. The probability, very good. For write it, you can do write it, but I want you to write a paragraph, a 5-sentence paragraph, rather than an essay. And that is to create an advertisement to convince or buy a product. And so you can do that in your notebook, or you can do it you can send it to me in Google Classroom. And you want to give 3 reasons why someone should buy something like gum or toothpaste. And so you will practice it. And so, and at the end, you will take the quiz. So there are 10 questions on the quiz. And then at the end, you can email me after the quiz has been done. So if you hit graded, click graded, you are going, I am just guessing right now, but I want you to really, good. Okay, and very good. Okay, this is the quiz. And so once you are done, you can look at your results to see which questions you got right. And then you can email your results to me, which is your name. So you'll put ELD student, and then your teacher's email, which is kmaury.clarkson@falmouth.k12, and your class. You don't need to do that, and you'll press OK. Okay. Your email has been sent. Excellent. And then I'll send you a new lesson next week. I miss you so much. Please, if you have questions, remember to ask.